Hello everyone, welcome to class 3 of season 4. Thank you very much for joining. Let's start today's class. To the Supreme God, to my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones. We humbly invoke for your divine guidance, divine love, divine blessings, for illumination, for divine oneness, divine bliss, divine health, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. So, friends, last class we spoke about in detail about acceptance. If you all want to switch on your videos, that will be great. Otherwise, I'll have to keep looking at my own self. So, just wanted to check with you if you can actually come on video. Okay. So last class we discussed a lot more about acceptance. Okay. If you all have any doubts, we can always discuss about that. Today, I'll talk about acceptance and I'll also want to talk about a lot more about surrender. So, what is the meaning of surrender? What is the true meaning of surrender? When do we surrender? Are we surrendered? All of these questions should be something that we need to keep cross-checking with ourselves. We need to keep asking ourselves, what is the meaning of surrender? Am I surrendered? And what we need to practice is we are practicing in every moment, because only in the present moment there is time. Okay, only in the present moment the time is actually there, or the divine moment is actually there. There is no past, there is no future. It has not happened, future has not happened, past is gone. So whatever we learn or whatever we are practicing has to be practiced in every single moment. It is not like, oh, I practice in the last moment, so now it does not apply to this moment. Of course, we continue to keep doing that on a daily basis. We say, okay, yeah, in the whole day, I've done, let's say, my chanting or my meditation or a puja, whatever I do with respect to God. I've done it for 1 hour, 2 hours today. Okay, rest of the time, I can be whoever I am. I can just continue to keep gossiping. I can keep thinking about I can keep thinking about how bad my life is, how whatever, all of these things, right? The victim consciousness that we have. That is what we think about. That if I if I maybe invest that amount of quota, rest of the time I can be whoever I want to be, right? The way my ego wants to be. It doesn't work like that. The whole reason why we are investing in, let's say, okay, whatever, if we are doing 10 minutes of chanting today, we are saying, okay, increase it by whatever time, increase it. If you are not able to increase it, at least think of God in everything that you do, because He is there in everything. So remember that you are doing it for Him. If you are cooking, you are actually cooking for the God within your family members. If you are dressing up, you are dressing for the God who has actually come into this body. Okay, so if you are washing clothes, you are washing clothes for, again, God. Again, when it comes to human beings, so connect God in whatever creative way you can. So that also becomes a form of seva, that also becomes a form of puja. Just a minute, let me just... Okay, so that also becomes a form of puja. So the whole objective is to ensure that all the 24 hours we are basically thinking only about God. In some way or the other, some creative way or the other, we are basically thinking about God all the time. Since we are not there yet, we are still, because we are still in our lower 3 chakras, we are still with our fears, we still are experiencing fears that are being released out of us. We are still in that root chakra issues. We are still having emotions which are again connected to those fears. we are still having ego, or that ego behavior or that identity is again based on fear. So all of these kind of mentalities are animal mentalities, which we are still overcoming, which we are still discovering. See, it does not mean that whatever animal mentality we have is bad, but discovering that and accepting that, yes, there is an animality within me, but now I've got this human body which has an intellect, which is something that I can, what do you say, supersede, which that can supersede this animal mentality, is the understanding that we need to bring in over a period of time. But as of now, we are still in that animal mentality. So hence, we may not be able to completely do whatever, we may not be able to be completely human as of now. But as an animal, typically, how is an animal behaving? It is just experiencing, experiencing, and experiencing. Okay? An animal is just experiencing and it is going through its karmic life. So, as long as we are in that animal kind of mentality, body consciousness is typically animal mentality or animality within us. As long as we are in that body consciousness, we can't think that I am God. Okay, even if you take, okay, this is my understanding. Okay, this is the way I intuitively feel. So God, and then rest of the experience or identities that come through from God is a reflection of God. A reflection is never the primary. Okay, the reflection is never the source. The reflection exists because the source exists. So the reflection cannot claim that I am the source. So that is, as long as we are in this body consciousness, we have to always believe that there is always source and I am a reflection of that source and I came from that reflection, and based on my, what do you say, many lives that I have led in this, through many bodies, I've acquired certain behavioral patterns within me. It could be based on so many animal lives I've led, so many other whatever lives I've led, maybe human lives also, which we are still in body consciousness. So many of these lives that we have led is a collection of behavioral patterns, and those are collectively called karma, which we have collected when we had the body consciousness or the animality kind of mentality. Okay, you may ask, okay, what is human mentality? Human mentality is typically saying, as a human being, I have an intellect, we are given an intellect. That intellect is fully functional, it is fully connected to the soul. So whatever the soul is, so the way the human behaves is, he knows, the human being, a fully human being, behaves like an enlightened being. An enlightened being is not depending on his past, he's not depending on the future also. He's depending on that present moment. He's depending on the messages that come through him. He's depending and he's fully working based on that. He's on that, what do you say? He's not depending, there is memory, but that memory is just for reference. But he is basically fundamentally working based on the instructions that are coming directly through him. And there is a full connection with the source, full connection with God. But in our case, when there is body consciousness, the ego is very predominant, right? Hence, we keep forgetting sometimes. Sometimes the ego is not predominant. So there is a flip flop that keeps happening in the body consciousness. Of course, we will get to that point. So, but until then, where the ego is still predominant, it is still ruling us. We still listen to the ego. We still listen to, the mind is under the control of that ego. So the mind, as long as it is in the control of the ego, but it is not in the control of the intellect, and the intellect is not in control of God, we will not be fully functional. So as long as we are not fully functional, we still have to see God as God, and we are servants of God. As long as we are able to be good servants of God, or good, what do you say, listen to those instructions, we are still getting to a mentality where we are We need to listen to the instructions and go as per those instructions, because this body was designed for that matter only. For that reason only this physical body was designed. Every intelligence is coming from the back end, and this body is supposed to fully body, mind, whatever gross that we are talking about, whatever that is perishable that we're talking about, everything has to depend on the past, or sorry, the back end. But as of now, are we depending on the back end? No, we are not depending on the back end so much. Sometimes we just listen to our ego. The back end will keep saying, it's okay, wear a helmet and go. That is the right thing to do. Wear a helmet and go to the corner shop. You'll say, it's okay. It's just around the corner. No, I don't want to wear a helmet. So something like that. Or there is always that inner voice which says, this is right, this is wrong. It will say, hey, you have so much of work, right? You wanted to finish that cooking, you wanted to finish that cleaning, you wanted to do all of those things, but why are you sitting and watching TV? Or why are you sitting and playing the PlayStation? You'll say, it's okay, yaar, I just wanted to chill. So there is always a law. The ego is always somebody who will give you, who will justify with a reason saying why it's okay to not go as per the intellect, or as per the message that is coming from within. So it is always saying, I'm doing this because it wants to be convinced. Why that doing something that is again, or going through that body related comfort is very, very good as of now. Because when you do work, when you go do cooking, when you go, let's say, cleaning, yeah, it's hard work. It's hard work. You are actually going against your comfort zone. You would probably want to maybe hire a maid and get that work done instead of you doing it. But there is maybe shortage of money, but there is also not willingness to go clean. So all of these kind of things that we keep getting from within, right? All these are ego related patterns, and all these are body related, body consciousness related things. So which means we are still overpowered by the ego or the body related, comfort related stuff. So hence, as long as we are in this stage, right, we need to learn to go against our ego and go listen to that inner voice. We need to train ourselves to go listen to that inner voice. So for that, what should we be? We should learn to become obedient listeners and obedient disciples, or we can say obedient servants of that inner voice. Whatever that inner voice says, if you keep doing, then it will work. How do I know whether I'm listening to my inner voice or I'm not listening to my inner voice? There is always a voice that says, you know why I have to do this? Because it's going to give you a reason. That reason is called ego. Ego always has a cage. Ego always comes from a belief system. It always has some program. It always has some rule. It always has some, you have to do this because this is the right thing because. Okay, that is ego. So you will exactly know, is my voice telling this because? So once that because comes, no, that's it. Many times, right, we won't be understanding, oh, what should I do now? What should I do now? I'm in such a dilemma. I don't know which path to take. At that time, you will know. You will have to just come step back and think, in this, is there a because, or in this, there is a because? I'm doing this path because there is always some desire. The ego is running behind something that is looking for some benefit. There is always. So a good decision can be taken only when you are neutral. That is what is called surrender also. I'll come to that. So we are in this, as long as we are in this body consciousness, right, we need to become good listeners, good servants. And who are we becoming servants to? God, the God within us. See, when we look at Mirabai, or we look at all the other, let's say, great saints, they are still thinking that they are, let's say, under God. They never said that I am God. They are still doing puja to whatever, may not be puja, they may be meditative and they'll still be, let's say, thinking about God. But God has never been, there has never been a person who has reached those levels and said that There is nobody who's greater than me, right? Unless they are already in that supreme consciousness like Krishna and all of those people, right? So they are in that already conscious. But are we there yet? No, we are still in that lowest yoni called animal consciousness, but with a human body. So which means it's an opportunity that has been given to us to learn through the teachings. See, there are so many human beings who don't have such teachings, who don't have access to Bhagavad Gita, who don't have access to whatever, let's say, good podcasts, which are coming from great people, who don't have access to maybe that such satsangs that we are talking about, where there is no benefit discussed. I don't need any benefit from you. You don't need to listen to me and get any benefit. We are just discussing some things that are, so we are just discussing eternal truths. That's it. And I'm not here to tell you, to, what do you say, to tell about my life and how great I am, or you are not here to tell me how great you are. Okay, this is just a neutral satsang. And in this neutral satsang, you are getting knowledge, and I am also getting benefited by constantly talking about it. And when you ask questions, I am going to reflect upon how it is connecting to my life. What are the triggers that I am getting from this audience? Because that is what I am looking for, to discover myself, which is what we are all here for, self realization, right? So, when we are getting such opportunities, knowledge we are getting, and then we are also having a human body, and then we understand how to be able to decipher whatever dramas that happen in our life, we are able to understand all these things. Now, the only thing that we have to do is to be able to apply that without thinking twice. Without thinking twice. Because we are, as of now, you see, in the past, when you look at Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and all of that, there were physical people who look like people, demons, and all of that, who look like different. But in today's, in the yuga that we are, right, we all have that kind of mentality or that kind of personality within us only. All the demonic personalities we have within us, the divine personality also we have within us. So that Mahabharata war is going on within us every moment. Every moment that Mahabharata war between Pandavas and Kauravas are happening every moment. And Krishna was there on the side of Pandavas because they were dharmic, they were on the side of dharma, they were on the side of truth, they were compassionate to people, they were very kind to people. They were always, what do you say, fighting adharma or or something that was not righteous. So all of these things are within us only. All those five elements or Pandavas are within us only. And the same mentality that we see in the entire Mahabharata Kaurava clan is within us only. So in every moment, whose side are we choosing? And in the Mahabharata, you can actually see that all the Pandavas were very, very loyal to Krishna. Loyal in the sense, literally, they would not do anything without taking his permission. Either Krishna or either Vedavyasa. Both were incarnations of Narayana only. So they used to take his permission only and do everything. And which is why in every single challenge they had, these two people were always on their side. And they used to always be there in that moment when they needed to get the, what do you say, some suggestion if they needed, they had to ask, or some consultation that they needed. What should I do at this time? They used to always be there. Even when Draupadi's problem happened, Krishna came. So in every single moment, when they were not in their ego, during that, in maybe in some periods, maybe some they did not remember, whatever it is, but predominantly they were following the path of truth and righteousness. So as long as we are on the path, and what is our truth and righteousness? To be true to ourselves, to be true to that inner voice that is within, coming within us, which has no anything but seeking benefit or seeking well-being of this body also. It says, I'm ready to take this body as of now, whatever soul plan we have, if we follow that to the T, we'll be self-realized in this body itself. That is what the rule says. But we may not have the behavioral patterns or the ego personality that we have. It is very unlikely that we may, but there is a possibility. It is not impossible, they say. So at least, if not for anything, at least we can go to progress. So how to progress? The only way to progress is by listening to that inner voice. And to listen to that inner voice, we should first be obedient. We at least be obedient to ourselves. How many times we are obedient? How many times we are disobedient to our elders? We are not obedient. Most of the time, we are not obedient because there is always that ego. If somebody says, do this, unless it has already come from your own head, no, you will say, no, I will not do. I will not do because something will be there. Take in the family itself, husband and wife, there will always be some form of ego. You will not listen. Or maybe with children, there will be some form of ego. All of these are clearly show that we are still on the Kaurava clan only. We are still on the side of Duryodhan. And Duryodhan, as per the Shastras, right, as per the Mahabharata and all that, he is an incarnation of Kali himself. Kali is nothing but all the negative in the balance of nature. There is a positive and there is a negative. So the entire negative representation comes from this Kali Purusha. He's called the Kali Purusha. So he's a representation. So he incarnated as Duryodhan. But at that time, it was still Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and all of that. So he was not having full power. But now he has been given the power so that people realize, so that we can all get out of our own Kali that we have. So we are going to see the power of the negative that is within us only. How will we not see? Sorry, how will we not be able to? How will we be able to get over it unless we see it, unless we face it? So, which is why God Himself has given the power. It's like you have given that opportunity. It's now your time. So, Kali Yuga is more of the time for Kali. At this time, God has stepped out. There is no Krishna who's now here. There is no incarnation of Krishna. There is no incarnation of Vedavyasa. No, there is no incarnations here as of now. Why? Because now Kali time is going on. Kali time is going on means it is all in our perspectives. So within us, it is still all that negativity that is still coming out, no? Like halahal wish that is coming out from that Samudra Manthan. Like that halahal wish, only all that wish is still coming out. So hence, unless we accept that I am on the side of the Kaurava as of now, oh yeah, oh my God, I didn't know I was on the side of Kaurava. Oh my God, I didn't know I was on the side of Ravana. We think, I am great, I am very good. So unless we realize who we are, we will never know what we have to. So see they say that acceptance means at least accepting who you are first. You should know who you are first. Then only you can figure out, oh yeah, which side shall I take? Should I go on the side of God or should I continue in the same state that I am? If you like whoever you are, you can continue. But first of all, you should know who you are. That is the whole challenge here. We don't know who we are. We should know our big picture. That big picture has to come. And for that big picture, in this incarnation, we need to first realize, am I on this side or am I on that side? So for that, it is important to like be that Vidura. Like who was that Vidura? He was more of the minister of Dhritarashtra. He was more of on the side of Krishna itself, but he was on the side of Kaurava. His entire personality was more of dharmic and very well educated, those kinds of people. They were on the side of Kauravas. So which means we need to be those, we are still on the side of Kauravas. We are still having a lot of negativity within us. But to discover that, we need to smartly work through this. How? By listening to that inner voice. And the more we listen to that inner voice or that God will help us to get out of that attachment that we have towards the, what do you say, the false beauty of the negativity. It is all very glamorous. It is all very beautiful. It is very nice to say lies. It is very easy. It's very easy to say, yeah, I know something. I mean, it comes off so easily. I mean, I've noticed myself also. I sometimes chuck one lie would have come, and then I realized, oh my God, it was a lie. And then I have gone to the extent of going and telling the truth also because I knew I need to really get to my, I need to really get to the side of Krishna types. And I don't care whether these people insult me, scold me, whatever me. I have to get to the side of truth. That is like my, it sort of becomes very, what do you say, very strict within me sometimes. And then I go and then do say, sorry, I know I lied, I'm sorry. It comes off. And then, to be very honest, no, the people, when I go and then confess, they are okay only. They don't scold, they don't do anything. And to what extent we need to be really conscious of, oh, I need to literally walk on the side of truth. That has to be more like an objective rather than going and pleasing the people. Why? Because who is actually looking at you 24 by 7? Is it all the people you're trying to please or you're trying to keep in your good books? Who is actually watching you 24 by 7? Somebody who's within you. How can you cheat yourself? How can you cheat that God within you? You can never cheat him, no? And he's the one who's actually rather writing your own karma or next incarnation, or this is something that she's still in body consciousness. So this is something that we need to plan again. Again, one more challenge has to come. So this is called karma. Karma means it's just a system to basically get us back on track, or help us discover ourselves so that we can get out of this animalistic pattern that we have. Unless we discover ourselves, unless there is a karma in place, unless that karma is basically showing us who we are by constantly bringing to us the matching frequency drama, we will never know no who we are. So hence karma is very important. Who is the person who is basically designing this karma fruit of karma? God himself, the one who's watching us 24 by 7. So we need to be more conscious of those eyes that are watching us versus the eyes that we are trying to please. It is not, it is useless. It is useless to go and please somebody else, to go and then be somebody who we are not in front of other people. It may be a challenging path, but at least we need to start walking that in installments at least today itself. It will work out. As long as we want to walk that path and say, God, I want to be on your side. I want to walk your path. I know this is challenging to get out of my own patterns, but please help me. He will help. He will bring you a lot of, what do you say, good support to be able to walk that path. So hence, it is very important to summarize all these things. Why should we be obedient to that inner voice? Because it is the one that is giving us the fruit of our karma, and the fruit of our karma is constantly bothering us, which is why we are in the satsang, right? Because something is bothering you, something is hurting you, something is irritating you, something that you really want to get out of, all of these things. So if those kind of patterns, if you need to get out of that cycle, the one who need to be watching you is the one you need to be obedient to. So hence, to listen to that inner voice is very important, and to be able to listen and follow instructions is very, 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 very important. And the one who's only obedient only will do that. So hence, this obedience, if it has to come, we need to first be obedient to the physical appearances of God that is beyond that inner voice. Sometimes inner voice is very, we may not even be aware of the inner voice. So which is why our elders have realized that inner voice is also very subtle. We may not even be able to listen to that. So first we need to be able to loyal to a representation of that inner voice, which is all this, let's say, murtis, or let's say you can call that Shiva, you can call that whatever Devis, whatever representations that we have as idols, or in whatever forms that we can see God around us. First, we need to be loyal to those representations, because it's a external appearance. It sort of helps you connect. Then that external appearance will eventually make it internal. So being obedient to a representation of God, and of course the representation of God is again God himself, because he's in everything, he's in every atom. So even if I say representation of God, it is based on our belief system. I'm saying maybe somebody's representation of God is Krishna, somebody's representation of God is Jesus, somebody's representation of God is Allah, somebody's representation of God is Guru Nanak, somebody's representation of God is Ganesha. So whatever is your representation of God, it is based on your belief system. So be loyal to that belief system. Be loyal to that highest form that you have within yourself. Be obedient to that. Ask yourself, if I do this action, is that God going to be happy? Who is going to be happy with this? Who am I making? Who am I making? Who am I? Who am I? Who is going to be happy with whatever I do today? At least when that awareness comes. Sometimes that awareness also will not be there. Okay, when that awareness is there, ask yourself. When that awareness is not there, of course, we were in our animal mentality, totally lost. When it comes, we can only accept it. But when it is not there, that's it. We have to raise our consciousness over a period of time, wait for that rising of consciousness so that that awareness will come. How do we wait for that consciousness? The only thing that we can do is some sadhana. Only thing that we can do is live a righteous life. Try to live a righteous life. Try to be true to our thing. Work on cleaning up, which is acceptance. See, when it comes to acceptance, one thing that I really want to be very clear about is we are not removing anything from our consciousness. It is not removal. Okay. Accepting, let's say fear. Okay, fear. Oh, I don't like fear. So if I go through acceptance of fear, let's say, witness fear, all of those things that we discussed. I'm witnessing the fear which is releasing out. As of now, I'm in fear. So I'm not going to be afraid to face my fear. I'm just going to stay with that fear. Yes, I'm in fear. Yeah, move on with life. That kind of consciousness is what is called acceptance, which means you are just accepting things the way they are. Whatever they may be, good, bad, or ugly, whatever you saw within yourself, which the trigger pointed out within you, you're just accepting that. That is what is called acceptance, right? So when you do that acceptance, let there not be any confusion that something will it will, when I say dissolve, it doesn't mean that it is disappearing anywhere. Okay? See, imagine that you lost something. You lost some hanky, you lost some, let's say, specs, or you lost something like keys or something. Does that mean the keys have lost from the cosmos itself? Has it disappeared from the cosmos? It has not disappeared. It is still there, but it is not in your sight. That's it, right? Similarly, we have everything within us. There is negativity, there is positivity, there is fear, there is gratitude, there is joy, there is Satchitanand, everything is there within us only. But today we are putting all our attention on certain belief systems, and as per the triggers, those belief systems need to be detached from. Which means, detachment means what? Detachment means you're not giving undue attention to that. It is there. It's just an acknowledgement. That's all. That is. It's detachment means, difference between attachment and detachment is, in an attached state, as soon as that is removed from your attention, which means you don't have it, it's not in your perspective, it's not with you as of now. Let's say keys or something that that's very dear to, now it's lost. Now what happened? You were attached to that item. Now it's lost. Now what are you doing? You want to panic. You want to look frantically looking for it. You are not going to stop looking for it. You are going to cry. You are going to whatever you keep doing, and then let's say years together you keep thinking about it. How long that is there depends on how much you are attached to that. How long those things are bothering you depends on how much you are attached to that. Which means you are giving your attention to that item. That's all. And you are continuing to give that attention to that item. That is what is called attachment. And you want to keep giving attention to that item, but that attention cannot be physically there in some objects. So which is why you're looking for physicality. Which is why you're upset about that lost item. Okay, that is attachment. Now detachment means you are enjoying something. All these objects that we have, we are enjoying all these things. Let's say sari, chudidar, whatever. We are enjoying all those things. But now let's say that is now taken away, or the sari stone, something happened to the sari, and let's say somebody spilled something on it, and it is now, or color changes, something happened, whatever, sari is now destroyed. How upset you are going to be? Or are you going to say, oh yeah, it was just a sari? And are you going to move on? That is what is called detachment. Detachment doesn't mean I need to get away from everything. It is not minimalism. Okay, there are many people who says I want to be very minimalistic, and they basically remove things from their life. Detachment majorly means you have that item, but you are not too attached to it. That's all. If it is taken away from you, you are not upset. It has not changed your state of being. You are there before and after. You are still the same. You enjoyed while the object was with you. You enjoyed. While the object is not with you, also you are still the same. You are not going to miss it. You're saying, when it was there, for example, many people, many loved ones that we have, parents who died, right? Their time came, they died. Oh, what do? We typically have so much of attachment that we cry, 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 cry. That I miss my mother, I miss my father, I miss that. That is what is called attachment. They were there with you. You enjoyed your period with them. Whatever you did with them, enjoy those memories. Be grateful. That's it. But now they are not there. Why are you still cribbing? That time came. As per the what do you say, cycle of life, they moved on. Tomorrow you will also move on. So that is called detachment. So we need to be more detached. So acceptance means when a trigger is shown to you, they are telling you, hey, you have spent undue attention on this belief system, and today that undue attention that you're giving, or you are attached to this belief system, is now not serving you. So get detached. Just be detached. So being detached means what we are saying, it is present. It is there. It is still there with you. But you are just going to lose interest in that. So that the process of that, when we do, which means we are staying with that fear and we are not reacting. So reaction was that jumping around with attachment. So when we have attachment, we are jumping around to fix it and all that. But when we witness the fear, when we witness anxiety, when we witness all those negative emotions, right? The way to be detached, or the way to accept it, is to stay with it and not show any reaction, because now it doesn't matter. You have now practicing detachment, because somebody going did not matter to you. Similarly, something happening like that, happening like fear, gear, and all that, is not mattering to you anymore. Let's say suddenly you have a pimple and you don't like it. Or let's say you have a problem, health issue, and you don't like it. Yeah, you may be doing all the things to work on it. But are you working with irritation, frustrations? It really matters. What is the intention behind doing all those actions? Intention may be to heal yourself, but heal yourself so that you can serve God better. Not heal yourself so that you can actually be pain free or something. If you are pain free, your mind can focus more on God, no? So it is more about what you tell yourself when you're doing a certain action. Am I working for God? Is this action going to please God? So connect everything to God. So coming back to acceptance, you have to remember that nothing is actually going away from you. It is all there within you, but your not reacting to it is basically you practicing detachment. So the more you keep getting detached over a period of time, it will lose. It will be like a lost item in the cosmos. For example, let's say there is a book or some object. Initially, you're using that object, you're using that object, you're using that object. Every day, you're using that object. Let's say over a period of time, you're not using that object. What will happen? It is now there on the shelf. Few days, it is there on the shelf. Let's say someday, it is not there on the shelf. And you don't even know how many days it was not there on the shelf. Why? Because you have stopped using that object long back. So now you don't know how long that object was never there on the shelf. And now where it is in that entire house, where that object is also, you won't know. That is the whole point of, and so it is like when we practice acceptance of a negative trigger that is shown within us, no, a negative belief system that is, I can't say negative, it says something that doesn't serve us. It is just telling us there is an object or there is a belief system that you are overly attached to. Now practice detachment. And now you continue to practice detachment and all of those things in the ways that I've told you. Over a period of time, since there is no attention given to it, there is no energy given to it, so there is no focus given to it, there is no jumping around and reacting happening with it. Over a period of time, it loses your attention. And it is lost somewhere in that cosmic being. In this cosmic being itself, it's lost. So it is lost means now you are no longer having that behavior. It is there. If you again go back to remembering that, practicing it, making that a habit, it will come back. Okay, nothing is lost permanently. If you go and put attention back to something that the belief system that you don't want, you'll get it back. It is just a matter of practicing once more. And if you'll also be familiar. Okay, negativity comes very easily to us because we have practiced that a lot and we've also left it. And but once the choice to go towards divinity is a very conscious choice. But the choice to go towards the negative side of our being is a very, very natural thing, because the amount of negative aspects that we've lived in our life is far greater than the divine aspects that we've lived. So the ratio is very, very, the difference is very, very large. So hence it's important to coming back to the focus, to coming back to the point is to practice acceptance of who we are. It is very, and we need to remember that in everything. Like today, I don't know her name, display name 24. Okay, she was asking, see, that is my friend. She keeps what she was I saying? She keeps coming and she wants to come to my house and she wants to talk to me, chit chat. Okay, but the way she asked me that question, that she doesn't want me to go to her house, but she keeps coming to my house. But the way I understood it was, she also wants to talk to her. She likes that girl also to come and talk to her. Okay, both of them wants to talk to each other. There is no problem with talking, friendship, all that. There is no problem there. But the problem is, why is it that she has to? Why should I entertain her in my house all the time? I'll be wasting my own resources all the time. I'm giving her coffee, tea, all that, my time in my own premises. But why not? Why is she not allowing in her own premises? Why is she not giving me coffee and tea? Why should I? So when I want to drink her house coffee and tea, when I want to drink this, that, so it was more of, I want, I'm spending all these things, I'm going through all this pain and trouble. You also go through pain and trouble. So this is what your triggers are showing you. This situation is trying to tell you that your ego is trying to establish or show you a sort of a lack, that I don't have equal opportunities here. She is trying to get whatever she wants from me, but I am not getting anything back in return. It's not a fair trade. Okay, this is like a trading that is happening. We will talk with each other. In return, we have to give each other resources. You will also have to, whatever, spend certain time, resources, and all that. I will also have to spend some time. But then when there is no equal barter system there, okay, it's not an equal barter, which means I'll give you something, you give me something. It is not seen as equal. So friendship is also questioned. So there is no, so the whole problem is not friendship. We are not discussing friendship at all. We are discussing about the lack and the kind of jealousy that a person has, all those emotions that are coming out. Even if we don't label those emotions, there is one negativity that's coming out, some negative emotions are coming out, irritation is coming out, frustration is coming out. I mean, the whole, these things will actually even break the friendships. So we need to be very careful. So trigger identification is very necessary. Rather remembering that, oh, I'm feeling misplaced as of now. I'm not happy. I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling whatever. So which means that they are showing me a trigger. Okay, if they are showing me a trigger, what am I? What belief I have? Maybe you're not able to think, because when we think, no, it is all very random. I had sent a post in which where I said it is like a pile, a random pile. You're sitting and thinking. Thinking means it goes, it keeps. It's like a crisscross, crisscross. Neural network is like this. But actually, when you sit and write that, no, it becomes slightly structured. So if you're able to sit and journal, why don't I want? Why am I feeling bad as of now? I'm feeling bad because she's not allowing me. She's not even calling me to her house. Why do I want to go to her house? It has to always be self questioning, okay, not her. Why does she want to do? No, it's not about, we are not questioning her. We are not trying to guesswork here. We are trying to only cross question ourselves. Why do I really want to go to their house? Is it the talk that I'm missing? No, I'm already getting the talk. If she comes here also, talking is anyway there. So talk is there, talk is here. But why do I want to go there only and talk? Because I want their house coffee, or I want her resources to be spent. And maybe I want to taste her food also. I want to be comfortable there also. I don't, maybe if she has to come, she has to clean the house. And so maybe there are some X number of tasks, whatever. She has to write down all that, those things. Then if you keep asking why do I want to go there? What if, what if she comes, keeps coming here only? What if you don't even go there? Why do you feel bad about it? Oh no, I feel that only I am putting that effort to maintain this friendship. She's not even putting that effort. It has to be equal, no. The give and take has to be equal, no. So when you keep cross-questioning all these things, no, then you will realize, oh my God, see, I'm actually looking at this like a trade, that give and take kind of thing. This is not true friendship. So you will only see, there is all that knowledge is within you, but you need to dig it. It's like gold. Unless you want to dig, unless you are mining the gold, gold will not come to you, no. Similarly, unless you want to find that answers will not come to you. And for that, you need to put effort, no. You sit and journal. But over a period of time, the more you keep journaling, over a period of time, it will come in your head itself, because the more you journal, thoughts will become structured. In the past, thoughts were gibberish. It was all cluttered. But as you slowly sit and journal, this why, to keep questioning yourself. It's like you are more like a lawyer questioning the ego. Now, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do this? What isn't for you? So you are more doing lawyer business to with ego. Okay, then you will actually identify what is the true intention of that ego, because ego it has lots of loops, lots of cages are intermingled here. So that will not happen unless, just give me a minute. So hence you need to cross question, what is this intention of this ego here? Why is it asking for me to basically go to somebody else's house and talk? So here you will never know what is that. cunning plan of the ego unless you cross question yourself. And hence, it's important to journal. Journal is writing down these questions, and whatever thoughts you get in your head, writing down that answer. And you need to be very honest. Like I said, 24 hour by 7, the eyes that are watching you, you cannot lie to yourself. No. Even if you're alone, don't cheat yourself. At least be true to yourself. In that too, even when you're alone, if you're cheating yourself, then there is a problem. Don't cheat yourself when you're alone. No, who's watching? Only God is watching, and God is definitely not going to come and then make your life miserable. So, at least to yourself, be very honest. If you are very adamant when you're journaling, say, I want this to happen. This is why I want it. I want to make her feel very bad. It's okay if that is the intention that you have, if that is a true thing that you have. Yeah, I want to. So all of those things, all the genuine answers have to actually come on that journal. Because unless that comes on the journal, you will never discover, oh my God, I didn't think like this, huh? Until then, it was all in the background. So it has to come to the foreground. This entire journey of human life is to basically bring all kinds of good, bad, and ugly to the foreground. And to be able to watch that face to face and say, yes, this is also me. I can't help it, but this is also me. And this is very important. This is what is called self realization. And only when you realize that this is also me, this is also me, this is also me, this is also me, over a period of time, you will choose what should be predominantly me. You will choose among those, or rather, it will shape you to become your predominant self. Because at some point, you will have that greatest amount of divinity also within you, no? So, as all the negativity within you has already been self discovered, over time, what is now left is only divinity, isn't it? So, the highest form of divinity, until we go to that self discovery of the highest form of divinity, there is no self realization, rather, the end journey. It's maybe that's also a milestone, but at least you will realize, oh, I am a soul, whatever. And whatever is the meaning of I am a soul, you will realize. But until as of now, we are in the discovery of what is all the negative and all kinds of drama that we have within us. And it's important to basically witness it. You can't shy away from that. That is what is called acceptance. Face it, face it, face it. Don't be afraid to face your demon. The most negative part of you has to be witnessed. Unless you witness the most negative part of you, you will never have the opportunity to discover the most brightest part of you. So do you want to be the best? So do you want to discover your best divinity? Then be willing to face your worst part, the worstest thing that you have. And who's giving you opportunity to discover that? God. With all these karmic patterns that we have, it is all coming automatically. See, God has not designed karma for you. He has not designed karma for you. He has just given us an equal drama in front of us to witness who we have the pattern we have accumulated as behavior. That's all. To help us see what we have accumulated as behavioral patterns. He's bringing he has rather created a drama to show us, that's all. But the drama is not, if the drama is called bad, that doesn't mean that God created bad for us. It only means that that bad was within us, and he only is creating a matching frequency of rather narration. For example, when you say Vedas and all of that, Vedas are like knowledge which is not written by anybody. It is an unwritten form of knowledge. It is an unwritten form of, let's say, the way to live life, the right way to live life. But when we can't understand all of those Vedas and Upanishads and all that, the way the cosmos or the universe brought us that knowledge is in the form of Mahabharata, Ramayana. There is stories, there are characters, and there is a lot of exchange of words where they have spoken about to say what is right, what is wrong. And that knowledge is coming from the Vedas. So, like that, when we can't understand the frequencies that we have within us, to interpret that, we have a drama in front of us, and those dramas come as they will trigger those frequencies and tell us and help us understand what is there within us. Okay, so this is what is called acceptance. Now, what is surrender and why do we surrender and all of that? See, typically we are surrendered, no? So if when you are when a person is very obedient, when a servant is very obedient, he is surrendered to his master because he surrender is a mindset. Okay, it is not a action oriented thing. It is a mindset oriented thing. It is a state of mind. In that state of mind, the way a person typically behaves is he is not having any preferences. He's not having typically any preferences. He's okay with everything. So typically, what do we fear? We fear outcomes. If I do this, that will happen. If I don't do this, that will happen. So a person who is surrendered will say, it's okay, let this also happen. Let that also happen. Let this also happen. Let that also happen. But I'm going to do this because this is the right thing to do. So whatever you think is the right thing to do, you are doing. And who are you doing it for? To please God. To please the God who's within you. Because as of now, we are in body consciousness. We need to work towards the happiness of the master, which is the God within us. Because as of now, we are still yet to become that human where a human knows, yeah, we are all souls. We are all leading our own journeys. And there is God within all of us. Live and let live. And everybody, there is no snatching, pulling, there is no jealousy. So all typically fifth dimensional way of life or an enlightened way of life typically is a human way of life. And beyond that, there is a divine way of life also. But as of now, since we are in the body consciousness state, we have to learn to become more obedient, which I've already discussed a lot. So surrender is a state where you are trusting the ways of the master. The ways a master treats you, you trust. You say, irrespective of whatever I do, I trust that master. I know he's always going to do good for me. Even if I don't understand, my master will always do good for me, and I will always be obedient to the master. I will always take whatever the master gives to me with great reverence. That is what is called surrender. And how do we basically translate that here? We are saying, okay, whatever I will do my action, whatever I think is the right thing, I will do. But whatever outcome comes, no, I'm going to take every single one of those outcomes, whatever comes, with like God's blessings, like God's prasadam. Do we typically say, are we very preferential? We say, oh no, I didn't want raisins in the prasadam. I just wanted some kajus. Or I didn't want cooked food in the prasadam. I wanted only apple or banana. Yeah, today we are like that. But we eventually, when we develop a surrendered mindset, we should believe that once I offer it to God, once I've offered my actions to God, my doer, if I'm doing everything for God as a slave, then obviously the master is the one who has to give me the returns, right? Or he has to, he's the one who is going to, let's say I work for the master. Typically, how does a servant work? He will work some, let's say, gardening. We don't call them servants, but then yeah, let's for the discussion wise, let's say he's doing some gardening. Now, when the garden, he's doing very, because oh, master loves roses, so let me plant the roses and all that. So he's doing all that. Now, when the roses are bloomed and all that, who's going to enjoy? He planted those roses so that the master can enjoy. Now the roses have bloomed. Now master is very happy with those roses because he anyway loved roses and the person knew about it. So when the master enjoys, the servant will feel very happy. Wow, I knew he's going to be very happy. That's why I am so happy because he's now happy. That is the way a true servant behaves. So when you do everything for God and whatever outcome comes, you believe that, oh, maybe God wanted me to experience these things so that I can clean myself and better serve Him. See, today with so many cages that we have. We can't serve him so much. Are we completely connected to God all the time? Are we completely in awareness of who we are? No, we are not. Why? Because of all the negative beliefs or the limited belief systems we have, ego belief systems we have. So God, the only thing God is doing us is by creating a equivalent karmic pattern that we only have acquired. He's showing us whatever karmic pattern that we have, and he's also giving us the all knowledge of acceptance. And he's saying, surrender to me. Surrender to me means what? Don't listen to your ego. Surrender is opposite of ego. Okay, surrender to me. Ego is one master, God is one master. There are two masters. As of now, we are listening to this master called ego. So God is saying, listen to me, right? Listen to me. So when you listen to God, now what will happen? There's nobody to listen to ego, no? So when you surrender to God, believe that every single outcome is necessary, is happening to me because it's a trigger, it is showing me something. And in turn, if I accept that, ultimately, I'm basically reducing my body consciousness. So the more you surrender, the less body consciousness you have. The ego means body consciousness. Listening to ego, the more ego rules in your life, that much body consciousness you have. The less ego rules in your life, that less body consciousness you have. So the more we surrender, the more we accept things the way it comes. That is what is called surrender. So typically, doing things for God without any expectations, which means doing every action without any expectations of any outcome. Your head should not be in the outcome. For example, let's say you are uh, working on, okay, I'll take a typical student as an example. A student is now studying for his exam. We all understand that. Now, if a surrendered student is there, a surrendered student will say, I need to get first rank, but to get first rank, what should we do? I am going to study my best. And he's going to put a sincere effort to, let's say, sit and study, ask doubts from the teacher, clarify his doubts, ensure that his mind knows every corner of the book and he understands every concept and he's able to solve problems, apply all kinds of things. So he's done his homework, right? All the stuff he's done. That's it. So he's done his action sincerely. That is automatically a, what do you say, offering to God. Where even if you don't consciously say, God, I'm doing this for you, but you do this with sincere effort just to enjoy. And what is such a student will enjoy the process of studying for that exam. He's not really working on, he's like, wow, so beautiful. No, I'm able to solve those problems. He's actually enjoying the process of studying. He's able to see how better he has got at by constantly applying and able to solve complex problems. He's forgotten in the process of studying. He's totally forgotten about exam, first rank, all that. He's totally forgotten, and he's like literally enjoying the process of studying, the process of, let's say, doing all of those things. So that's it. That is more than enough. It's like that itself is like an offering where you're not doing anything for yourself. You're doing none. There's no ego feeding at all happening. Ego typically works on survival mode. It wants to ensure that if you're studying this, it is being studied. What if something comes off? There is always a fear. There's always some future based thinking or a past based thinking. Ego is always like that. So it's always in survival mode. It's saying, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to safeguard myself, all that. So if a student is in a surrendered state, he will enjoy this process and he will just go write the exam. He will say, Abba, I'm so happy. I've learned this time that maths that I've learned so much of good effort that I put. I've I've understood the maths concept so well. That's it. He'll end it there. It doesn't matter to him whether he gets first rank, second rank, whatever. He knew, oh, whatever it comes, let it come. But I got my share of happiness. That is what he will think. Beyond this, even if happiness comes, it's like it cannot top off this one. I'm already topped off. That is what a surrendered state person thinks. Now let's say to such a person, universe can't help but give him the best, because that is what the rule says. To a person who is in this state, you cannot, because that is a zero resistance state. Automatically the best will come. See, automatically the universe is always sending us the best. But the reason we don't get the best is there is ego coming in between, trying to figure out how to get the best. Because the way ego wants to get the best is definitely not the right path. So obviously we'll end up not getting the best. So that is how. So surrender. Let's say if you are in a situation where you are in fear of any outcome, I would say surrender. Put that entire faith on God. What are you going to learn here? You're going to learn virtues called faith, trust, surrender, acceptance. We are here when we die and go back now, beyond this body. The only things that we are going to carry are these virtues. So in anything, in any action that you do, in any activity that you do, think about what virtues you are learning from this. That's it. Those are the only things that we are going to carry back. No. So hence, when you trust and put faith on God, those are the highest forms of practices. And when we put trust and faith on God, it is totally opposite to ego. No. So obviously it has to be the highest. Ego doesn't like it. Ego says, you don't put trust and faith on something that we can't see. What if he gives something? What if some outcome comes that which is against whatever my comfort level is? I don't like it. I don't like to face that outcome. It will say all that, but you'd say it's okay. It's okay. The one who's sitting within me knows how to protect this body, how to take care of this body. I trust that. I trust the person within me, even if something that I dislike also comes as an outcome. That is like a trigger. Again, see benefit. That is going to be a trigger, and I'm going to apply acceptance and all of that. I'm going to face it. I'm going to face that, whatever that outcome which I don't like, also let it come. There also I will get opportunity to basically clean up myself, and then also that also will be beneficial. So every single opportunity should be looked at as an opportunity for growth versus some downfall. That is the way to look at life. And hence, it's important that we practice surrender. And surrender is such a beautiful state that it will actually, you'll see miracles in your life. It is so beautiful. They say, oh, in this kind of times there is no miracle and all that. Yeah, you see miracles, God's hands. No, I mean, you can't believe those kinds of things will happen in your life. It is very addictive. Surrender is a beautiful addictive state. Like they say, people who go to samadhi state and all, why they keep going and they keep sitting in meditation? Oh, yesterday I went to samadhi, today also I'll go to samadhi. Those are not permanent states, but still they keep going back. Today they sat for, let's say, whatever, 10 minutes and they went to samadhi state. Tomorrow again they'll go back 10 minutes. So the more they keep practice, it's not like the entire day they are not in samadhi state. Why? Because it's very addictive. God is very addictive. God is not in a bad addiction. I'm not talking about somewhere in a negative connotation. I'm talking in a very positive connotation. So connection with God is very attractive, because our deepest state is that God Himself. So when we continue to keep witnessing or experiencing divine experiences, no, you will actually want to be in touch with that all the time. And surrender and acceptance are those kinds of key skills that will keep you in touch with that divinity all the time. And a person who practices surrender and acceptance is very dear to God, and He will always be with you. He will always take your side. It's like a dharma. Acceptance and surrender is like dharma. And we all have heard dharmo rakshiti rakshitaha. It means dharma will protect you if you try to focus on protecting the dharma that you have, which is your own swadharma, which is accepting life the way it comes to show you, help you discover who you truly are so that you can practice detachment to those kinds of things and then accept life the way it comes in front of you because those are again your triggers. So accepting triggers, believing that there is that higher power who has a higher well-wishing mentality for me, who wants to always see for my best, is bringing me these experiences for my best. It's very important. So being in the surrendered state is very important. So let's say when you have any health issue, believing that, and see that also as a problem. Let's say, for example, you have pain somewhere in your body. Because we have access to too much of information, the very first thing you will think about is, oh, what if I have cancer? First thing, typically people have this mentality. They say, oh, what if I have, what if this is cancer? It is not even going, it is not even going, this pain is not even going. Let me go to doctor. Let me get something done. A MRI done, this done. So the very first thing that you have to do is to basically apply acceptance. Keep applying acceptance because pain is nothing but you don't like pain. There itself, somebody has triggered it for you. Body has triggered it for you. You are being shown something that you dislike. Why should I be pain free? One belief system will come. I want to be pain free because it is bothering me. I can't maybe let's say run. I can't do this. I can't do that. I don't like this. Whatever. Some reason will come out in that journaling. Keep journaling. At that time, what if you say, okay, fine. I let that pain be there. It's okay. I don't mind. You may be a person who may be following detox routines and this and that, maybe having a good lifestyle, or even if you want to practice a good lifestyle, do it for the pleasure of God. Parallelly, do those actions for God's pleasure, saying, God, I'm doing these things because certain information has told me that it will help my body. So when that helps my body, then I can serve you better. Not for my pain to go away. Pain is actually an opportunity. In that process, if the pain goes, then maybe you have actually worked on it also, which is why pain went. See, external items will not remove anything from your life. They are not solutions. The only solution to removing or any health issue or removing anything that is within you is internal cleansing only. That is only the root cause. And that will only go only when you do acceptance and surrender. That will only clean up that inner root cause. It will, anything external is just temporary because it is only focused at the body level. Body will die today, tomorrow body will die. That's it. All the practices are gone. But while doing those practices, let's say many of us have done that practices, body practices, let's say following a healthy routine and all that. But while doing those practices, did you do it for God? Did you do it without any expectations? Were you in surrender? So many things will come. So follow everything like as if you are doing a offering to God. Always. Let everything be an opportunity which is taking you to God. Why waste? Why waste any opportunity? Why waste some part of our life by not doing anything for God and wasting it? Why not use everything? Every opportunity, every situation that comes in front of us, every pose that comes in front of us, why shouldn't we use everything for taking it back to God? So, surrender means having that trust and faith and believing that I will do what in my head I feel the right thing and I will not have any expectations for any outcome. So if you are in a dilemma as of now, should I do this? Should I do that? I don't know what path to take. Many people will have that confusion. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do as of now. There is always a preference for a certain outcome for such people who don't know what to do, who are in a dilemma. Action itself, they don't know what to do. At that time, ask yourself, do you have a preference for a certain outcome? And as soon as you figure out that you have a preference for a certain outcome, as per the process, drop it. Drop the preference. Convince your ego something. Tell yourself, I need to surrender. Every outcome is always going to be beneficial for me. So just let go of that attachment that you have for whatever desire that you have for a certain outcome. Typically, after that, when you surrender, life will go on smoothly, and most often you will get what you want only. Because if that is the best thing for you, that will come automatically to you. But if you're not surrendered, there is a good chance that you will not get it, or even if you get it, you'll still be unhappy. Anything that you get out of ego, there is always sadness in the end of it. So always, when you are in your life, if you have to be happy, you should never follow the path of ego. You should always follow the path of God and always be in surrender. And that practice has not come to us. So practicing is very important. Okay. So we'll stop here. If you'll have any questions, we'll discuss it. It's actually good if you'll bring up some questions which are related to your own life. That way, there'll be some examples to discuss. Otherwise, what will happen is I'll only be speaking theory and not too many examples. But you will understand the examples that you have in your own life if you look at it from these perspectives. And if you are not able to understand it, we can discuss those problems here, discuss that doubts here. So you can change your way of thinking and apply acceptance and surrender to those aspects that you understand better. Because those poses you understand better, no, than my poses. Okay? Yeah, if you have any questions, you can share.
I have Smita, Anju here.
Yeah, Anju?
Yeah. My just daughter got married recently, maybe 3-4 months back, and her husband is a stand-up comedian. And before the wedding, he runs a club too, but it was in a sublease actually. So the lease got over, or she didn't want to continue. So now what happened is that they don't have a place to run the club. Yeah, so it's almost I think 6 months, 4-5 months since the club is not running. Now they have taken a place and everything. Yeah, but what is happening is nothing is working out. Something or other, there is a blockage. Yeah, first they got the place, yeah, for the running the club after 3-4 months. Now they have an architect or the interior designer. They're not liking the design. So already it is 5-6 months, and they run short of the savings also, right? Because he shifted to a new place, and the rent also is high of the place where they're living now. So for me, I am getting I'm okay. Yeah. So they ask them what to do, then I'm just telling I'm behind them. Okay, do this magic book, ye kar lo, wo kar lo, yeah. So for me, though I know I have to wait, I have shanti rakhna hai mujhe, but I'm getting anxious, you know. Really, I don't know what to do. I say, knowing everything, except the things. जो हो रहा है, they will manage, they will know what to do, right? But when I'm seeing no कुछ ना कुछ block हो रहा है, and अभी जून आ जाएगा, the season, the rains will start in Mumbai, and when the अभी तक काम भी शुरू नहीं हुआ है, the club work also has not started, and they are still waiting for the design to because they are not liking the design of the thing, the what the interior designer is giving them,
So
right?
what don't you like here?
Huh?
What is your belief system saying? So yes, this is a trigger.
Yeah.
You don't like what is happening. Some emotions are there. Let's
Yeah,
not
I
even
think
label those emotions. But what should you think should happen?
this is
You want to
my
be happy. As of now, you're not happy.
yeah. I'm getting anxious. Yes,
What
yes.
is the belief system saying? It's saying, as of now, I want my daughter to be happy. I want my daughter to be settled. But my daughter is not settled. So what can I do to make her settled? Because if she settles, I will be happy. Because the rule says, the cage says, if daughter is happy, I will be happy. I can rest in peace. But it is mismatching. As of now, it's mismatching. So daughter is not settled. So I am unhappy.
Just 2 minutes. Samita, just 2 minutes.
Shall I continue talking?
Then give me just 1 minute, yeah. Yeah, not even 1 minute. Yeah, you continue. You continue, Smita.
Yeah. So if the daughter is unhappy, then, or rather, if the daughter is not settled, then I will be. Let me just change this to speaker. Yeah, if the daughter is not settled, then I will be unhappy. That is the thing here. Let me just change this to multi-speaker. Just a minute. So if the daughter is unhappy, then I will also not be happy. So it's a trigger. See, whatever may be the drama, okay, the drama may come in X, Y, Z form, in whatever shape or form, let the drama come. You need to be able to bring it boiled down to acceptance. Because ultimately, what can you do about some other soul's life, some other soul plan? See, so other soul plans of other souls will continue to keep being shown to you. But why are they in your life in front of you, showing you something that you have to see? Is because you have to see it. And whatever they show you is going to trigger you. They are not showing you something else. They are showing you a particular pattern that is matching with your frequency, that you need to detach from. So the only way to work, the way I would choose to do this is I would tell myself, I have got her married and they are adults. They are managing their life. I can give them suggestions if they ask me. But if they ask me, if they are asking me, obviously they should also realize, or you should know that that you will tell magic book, you will tell this, that, whatever. Are they people who will follow it? Are they really people who will follow whatever you're telling? You're on mute.
My son-in-law, he does, but not that much. As he just thinks. I said, you need to write whatever gratitude. My daughter started writing, I say, but she's not following. They say, I would just tell her, leave all the work. You don't have to talk about others and everything, right? More important is, yeah.
No such practices or tools come just like that, Anju. There has to be a matching frequency for those kind of tools also. For example, let's say you tell your family member to do some chanting. You give them all kinds of benefits about that chanting. Anything. Yeah, magic book, take magic book itself. You have seen magic book and you've experienced magic book. But if you go tell all that benefits to somebody else, they've heard all the benefits, but will they practice it? Despite that, they won't practice it. Why? Because as of now, that consciousness is not ready for that kind of work. You can tell, which is why we are saying in some post I sent, you can't tell people what they are not supposed to hear. Or even if you tell people what they are not supposed to hear, they cannot hear it. She can physically hear you, but her inner subconscious mind will not hear you because there is a block of ego. The ego will not do anything until it has hit its rock bottom. So as a mother, I would basically give my advice, do this, do that. But I should realize within myself that I can only go so far because that is God's jurisdiction to give people their own karma phal. Who am I? I want to wish the best for them. I really wish the best for them. But can I avoid what happens in their life? Can I make it a bed of roses? No, they will never learn from a bed of roses. They never came here to earth for bed of roses. They already had bed of roses when they were a soul. But they took that human incarnation just so that they can go through the challenges and to rediscover their own negative patterns. Because unless they discover it, there is no getting out of it. So they also have to realize, no, but why is it coming in front of you? Because you have to realize something from that. There are thousands of patterns that they can show you, but why that pattern only they are showing you? Because that has some lesson for you.
So what should I do? I don't want to tell them, but I'm getting anxious because already they have taken loans. Yeah.
Stay with that anxiousness. Resist the urge to go fix it. Resist the urge to go and make them do something to make it go away. You can't do that. If that had to come to them, it will automatically come. No, Anju doesn't have to do it. You are not necessary in their life to make some things happen in their life. You are you are surrounded by a mirror, a bunch of mirrors. You can't fix up the people who are shown in the mirror. You are only seeing a reflection of yourself through their behaviors. You can't fix them through your mirror. That is God's work in their own mirror. See, everybody we are all in our own shells. Just because I'm giving this lecture doesn't mean that all of you will go follow whatever I tell. It is important to understand that you can't fix anybody just because you go and then show that urgency. When you see, slowly that realization will come that how much ever urgency I show in this, how much ever I think that, oh my God, this is the best thing for them, they will not hear you if they are not ready for that. And if somebody is ready for that, they will hear you, they will also follow.
Yeah, because I've given my son-in-law two books, so many books, Power of the Subconscious, right? Think and Grow Rich, and he has not touched the books. And then that's what I was thinking.
They have to hit the rock bottom. See, ego will never surrender and look for some divine stuff and all of that. All of these tools are on the way to divinity. But if they have not seen the way down, then they will never want to come back up yet. They still have to go further down. See, that down is not bad or anything. See, people have survived. Nobody will die in their life. Death has nothing to do with this. So nobody will die. Nobody dies in poverty. Nobody dies in challenges. They go through stress and other things. They go through health issues and other things. Nobody dies. Even a person with the worst health issue will not die if the time to die has not come. They'll be bedridden, but they will not die. That is very important for you to understand that you can't save people. You can't save people from going through certain challenges in their life. But what you can do is, if you want to really help them see best in front of you, you have to work your best to clean up yourself and do sadhana just so that you can get the awareness to. Today, are you seeing good in whatever that's happening in their life? Do you see God's hand in that? No, you don't see, which is why you're going trying to fix them.
Some part I'm saying it's good. They are working on themselves. They're trying to see what is the best for the club.
No, not that. What your ego thinks is good. Whatever is happening in their life, you should believe that it is good. Why? Because God's hand is there. Who can control all these multiple things that come together? So many factors are involved, no, for a pose to come together. For that club, rain, this, that, sanction of that property, whatever. So many things have to come together. No, are you working on it? Are you the single person who's managing the entire show? No, God is managing. So if God is managing, He's bringing to people all their matching frequencies. What are you being shown? That is your business as of now. What is beyond that is none of your business. So what is not your business, you can't try to fix it. So it's important for you to understand your roles and responsibilities, which is what we discussed in the first class itself, that you can't fix other people in your life.
No
And
matter.
whatever is happening in their life, you can see it. To the best you can advise whatever you think is right. If they listen to you, fine. If they don't listen to you, you are now a mere observer. You can hope that God, you can pray, God, please help them. That's all you can do. But why am I stuck looking at all these people and their challenges and all that? Why am I stuck in this frequency? Because I have work to do in this frequency. So do that work. Quickly detach. Disappear from that frequency. Go to a higher state. You will automatically go if you detach from whatever is happening. See, let the anxiety be there in you. Stay with that anxiety. Don't resist the urge to react and go fix them at that time. That's all is your work. The reaction is, if they do this, this will happen. If they do this, then this will get resolved. If they do that, that will get resolved. It will not help. Tomorrow you die, they die, the drama is also going to disappear, but you have not learned anything. What is the virtue that you're carrying here? The best is, you can be the best in your family only when you're clean from within. The divine vibrations have to keep coming out from within you. That is the best you can give your family. And when you are cleaning up yourself like this, Anju, constantly, 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 day in and day out, your pose content also will change. Today, if she's showing you content where she's totally, whatever, in desperation kind of mode, because you have not learned your equivalent matching freak thing that is being shown to you. So you work on your thing, no? Why are you trying to fix somebody else? Do your homework. God is trying to help you because you are in a mirror. Let the mirror tell you what you are. Mirror, mirror on the wall, show me who I am. That is what we are doing. So you can't do anything beyond that. See, even telling people if they don't ask for help, if they don't ask for advice, going and advising them, that also has ego only in it. You don't like what is, you think you are right, they are wrong. So go and then advise them. That is what ego is. Ego can be there till the highest, till the last point of self-realization, ego will be there. It is like one step this side and that side, that's all. The last step also ego will be there. The last step also you will, if you listen to that, no self-realization. Total self-realization I'm talking about. Every moment we are self-realizing. Today, if you are not reacting to those people, you have self-realized to that extent. You've realized whatever is happening is Bhagwan ki ichha. Bhagwan ki marzi se ho raha hai, not meri marzi se. Because I'm not the one who's controlling all those external factors who are coming in her life. It is coming in her life because it's her karma. She has asked for it. As a soul, she planned for it. Why should I go and interfere in her life? If she's coming and asking me for advice, I will advise. If she's not asking me for advice, I will mind my own business. I will swallow my own urge to go and help her, to go and then fix her life and her husband's life. Now they are two people for each other. No, let them go manage. Worst case, they have food, clothing, shelter. That's enough. God, thank you. You've given that much at least to them. See, you can only pray. You can work on yourself, clean up yourself, get to a higher frequency, do sadhana, do chanting and all of those things, just so that you can get the awareness that whatever is happening in front of me is Bhagwan ki Leela. Today, I don't think that is Bhagwan ki Leela, that is because of my ignorance. We do chanting, we do all of those things just to believe it is Bhagwan ki Leela. To see the reality, to see the truth is to see God's hand behind it. And God is not making all that happen. He's just bringing to you what you really need to see within yourself, that's all. And He didn't create all the negative things that we have. We have only created our own patterns like this because of the ego that we have. So Hence, it's important for you to just resist the urge. They say, like our Gita teacher says, काम के वेग को सहो, she says, which means you have a desire, no? That desire has a certain speed. Stay with it. Don't run behind it. Stay with that. Don't run behind that desire. That desire will take you here, there, directionless, it will take you. So far, you've tried to fix her. Has she got fixed? No. Nobody gets fixed. The only way is you can detach from your, like, this entire cosmos is designed so that at least when we are in body consciousness, only to see ourselves, not anybody else. And be loyal to God, that's all. Be loyal to God because we have to listen to God. So that we can accept whatever He's showing to us. It's all about that servant and master relationship. And in this servant and master relationship, where is the room for somebody else? There is nobody else. When master comes and show you something, that is also for your hit only. There also you should see only, oh, he's showing me something for my hit, that's all. You should never think that, oh, master is asking me to go fix some other servant. As a servant, we are not even eligible to go fix some other servant. Because they are also struggling, we are also struggling. It is like a blind man going and correcting another blind man. How is it possible? Can we go and then show path to some other blind man when we are only blind? We are not. We are not even having any eyes to see. How can we go help anybody else? The best that we can do is do our job, get to the path where we can see. And God will give us the divine vision called awareness if we do sadhana, if we pray to Him, if we do all those things. Then that divine vision will help us to see the truth. That is, the awareness means not eyes. It is the inner vision. That inner vision should tell whatever is happening in front of me is going as per the way God has to, as per the way things are happening, let it happen. And I can see my own triggers, no? Stay with it. Don't react. Stay. And every single day you need to remember this. Today you'll remember, tomorrow you might forget. Why? Because not enough, that energy is very fickle. That demon within us, the Kali within us is very strong. So for us to get to Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga, in our own head only, we'll take time. First, we need to see all the demons that we have within us. Who all am I supporting? All that we need to see. How many cages I have? I need to get out of all those cages. I need to detach myself from those cages. You are behind all those cages. That much more imprisoned you are as of now. You can't get to God's side, but you can only pray to God from the same prison. That's all. Okay, did I answer your doubt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So surrender to God. If you are not able to do that acceptance and all, just say, I want to do this. I surrender to you. Whatever is happening in her life, I surrender her also to you, her problem also to you. And I will do what I think is right, which is acceptance. Beyond that, whatever happens is your Leela. That's it. So submit everything to God. That's it. Whatever you can't control, everything, put it off to Him. What you can do, you do. That's it. What is in your control, you do. Your control, only acceptance. And only surrendering to God. That's it. Beyond that, you have nothing in your control. You are a servant. Blind, that too. Okay? Yeah. Anybody else?
thank you. I think there's a question in the chat, Smita.
Okay. Hi, ma'am. Inner voice is telling a lot of things, from farming to help a stranger on the road. How to identify which one to obey? See, when it says is telling a lot of things from farming to help a stranger, why should you help? Ask yourself. If it is giving you a reason, then definitely there is ego. Ego always has a reason, but inner voice will never have a reason. And I would say that I would say that even if you have to help a stranger, if do whatever, ask yourself whether is that bothering me. See, the best way to look at life is to look at it from the perspective of acceptance. Am I disturbed as of now? Am I disturbed as of now? If I look at a person on the road, am I disturbed as of now? Apply acceptance. What is the cage telling me? Start. That is the way to clean up. Because we are not even, like I said, we are in so animalistic as of now. We may not even be able to understand that inner voice, outer voice, all that. It is very difficult. Only that inner, that higher consciousness only will be able to give us that clear state of mind to say, oh yeah, I know this is definitely something that I have to follow it. It is like that divine intervention, they say. No, you will know, you will, it's a matter of knowing. It is not a matter of me explaining from my ego consciousness. I can't explain. It's like you can't explain God, no? You can't explain the state of self-realization, right? So we can't discuss what is inner voice. It is a state of knowing. When it happens, you will know. That is all I can say. But when we are not in a state to basically do that, when we are not in a state to basically identify that, the best thing that we can do is to be obedient to the God that is in front of us. Let's say, will he be happy if I do this? Okay, yeah, maybe helping a farmer, yes, God will be happy. But why am I helping this farmer? Or why am I helping this person on the road? Oh, because I think he's very poor, and if I give money, maybe he will get one meal of roti, one meal of whatever, one meal he's going to get. Did he ask you? If he's asked you for some, I want some food, give him food. As much as possible, he wants food, give him food. There is, if he wants money, he will let him ask for money. Give me money. Then even if you give him money, today that money will be there, tomorrow that money will go off. But if he is willing to accept knowledge, tell him, are you willing to do something where you're going to get money all the time? What should I do? Is he curious? If he's not curious, no, no, give me only money. See, this happened in my own, among my own clients. A person eventually lost a lot of money and all of those things, and then whatever happened, and then they came and asked money they came and asked loan. Why? The husband was not well or whatever it was, and things like that happened. And I did not see, there was something within me which said this is not okay. I just listened to that inner voice and I just said, I did not give. I said, sorry, I'm not giving any loan to fix a person, fix a person's health who is not willing to get fixed. This person wants to fix them because she thinks I'm the wife, I have to fix him. Okay, I did not see rightness in this. And what will my money do? How much can I give? 1,000, 2,000, whatever I might give. But how many days will that money last? Will that fix his chronic issue? It will not fix the chronic issue. It will not do anything. And am I in pity? So I had to look at my own triggers and all of those things. And then either way, I felt that there is something, I felt like I saw a trigger where it said, if I see somebody in help who's asking for money, I need to just give it off. I saw that kind of pattern within me. The feeling of they need, so I need to give. But then somehow I just felt like going against it, and I did not give. And then that person went to other clients, and then they asked money there, and some people gave also. And what that person has done is they've given back the money, saying, "Oh, I taken a loan. No, I'm going to give you back that loan." Then those other clients came and told me. They said, "See, they asked me for money, and I also gave them, and they returned back that money also." I said, "It may be your whatever you feel, you do. I'm not going to get in between all these things." Then later on, the person came again asking for money. Can you give me 200 rupees? I don't have rice at home. till where will this kind of mentality last? It will not last at all. You can't help a person with money always. But is that person willing to do something to work out of it? Are they in the state of consciousness to get out of that state? May not be yet, because they are in my group. They are not doing anything about it. So many classes and this and that is still coming to them. Nobody is listening to that. So which means knowledge will come to those who are willing to help themselves. But people who are not willing to help themselves, knowledge cannot be pumped into their head. So we need to just leave them the way they are. Nobody will die from whatever they are. Until death will knock on their door, they will not die. They will go through hardship. And that hardship will take them to the experiences that they have to see in their life. Like how a child who is learning to walk, a crawling baby, when it's learning to walk, it will fall down multiple times. A mother lets that child to fall down. Similarly, we need to be able to see people and see whether it is, at least if you feel that it is genuine, yeah, go and then willing to go help. Maybe there is a trigger there also for you. If you go, there's nothing wrong about you doing or not doing some task. If you feel like doing and you feel that is right, go and help. But there are some situations where you may not feel like doing, so don't help there. So if you feel that is the right thing to do, good or bad or whatever, even if it's ego, not ego, go ahead and do it. If that experience has to basically teach you some lesson, it will eventually teach you. So don't hesitate to go and do what you think is right. Even if that is, see, we are not 100% perfect. We have a lot of flaws. Who said we are flawless? Only God is flawless. Everybody beyond God, no, sorry, everybody but God is flawless. Sorry, full of flaws. Some flaws, some people may have this much flaws, some people may have more flaws, some people may have less flaws. So how many flaws we have, we don't know. That is what God is helping us discover. So what you feel is the right thing to do, you do it for God. Okay. It's like, let's say you want to help a stranger on the road and give him money. Just say, God, I'm going to give this money that you only have given me as an offering to you. At that moment, you felt that is the right thing to do. Go ahead and do it. Do it for God. Forget about it. That's it. Tomorrow, if somebody comes and tells you, see, you are going and giving beggars all these things, but do you know what they go do? It's all about some beggar mafia that is happening. Again, see this as a trigger. See this as a trigger. Maybe there was a hesitation within me that if we give money to beggars, will he use it in the right way or something? That hesitation was there. That is why this news is coming to tell me, and it's reflecting my hesitation. It's reflecting my fear that, maybe that doubt that I had. Stop it at that. Don't go and then again take another decision. I should never give money to beggars. No, that was never your takeaway. The takeaway was, it is a trigger. It is showing me that I have a belief system, blah, blah, blah. And accept that it was a belief system within me, which is why this was coming to me. Anything that happens in front of you is because there is a belief system that is matching that. That is why it's happening in front of you. If somebody is not helping you in your life, it is because there is those karmic patterns within you don't earn you the eligibility, or you are not yet eligible to get help. Conclude like that and be done. Accept life the way it comes. Oh, why are they not helping me? They are very bad. They are this, they are that. No need to blame anybody. I am this, which is why the world is like this. The world is my reflection. If I was at this level, the world is my reflection in a better way. That's all. So whatever I am, we just have to accept. That is what is called growth. Okay. Did I answer your question, Pavitra? So which is why I said inner God, we don't have the awareness to basically understand how to connect to that inner God yet. The only way to connect to that is to basically be loyal to that outer God in the form of doing and not expecting things, which means you do your action, don't expect anything in return. Whatever is being given to you, accept everything with great reverence and with great respect. Only two things. And beyond that, wherever you can be truthful, wherever you can be honest, wherever you can be this, that, whatever, ask yourself, will God be happy if I do this? So lead that kind of lifestyle. Authentic lifestyle, as much as possible, lead an authentic lifestyle, which means no hypocrisy, as much as possible. We may not be there yet. Even I am not there yet. Even though I'm giving all this gyan, I'm not there yet. I am also learning from these classes. So, but let's all try to walk towards the path of authenticity. Authenticity means there is no inside one, outside one. Whatever you are inside, you are showing the same thing outside. There are so many, we have these covers that we have. One cover for husband, one more face for children, one more face for friends, one more face for clients, one more face for, let's say, relatives. All these are multiple faces that we have, no? So we need to eventually merge all that to just one. Just one. Over a period of time, how will you be able to merge that to one? Why did you even make so many faces? There will be triggers that you don't want to face, that you are resisting. So figure out those triggers. Slowly work on accepting those triggers. Over time, they'll all merge. Without acceptance, none of them will merge. You can't just say, I have to merge all those, I have to be authentic. It will not work. Just having knowledge will not work. It has to internally translate it into like practice. And that practice of acceptance, why am I like this? That self-discovery, be very keen, be very curious about who you are. Even if you're bad, that's okay. Try to find out what a badass you are. We all are. Cunning, where all I'm jealous, where all we envy people, where all we tell lies, where all we dislike other people, where all we are jealous about other people, where we like comforts, where we put our family before other families. So many things we have. All these are typical Rakshasic tendencies. If you go and hear Mahabharata, all the detailed, if you hear about or if you read about it, literally from how Vedavyas explained in like old Mahabharata texts and all, if you see, or if you hear from people who are explaining those texts, you will clearly hear what kind of advices he used to get from his Shakuni, from his demonic gurus. They used to tell like this only. If people hurt you, chop their hands off, discard them from their thing. All kinds of wild ideas only they used to give him. And he learned all that. And his clan also was like that only. And today we are all having those mentalities. Then he didn't have the power to exercise everything. Today he has the power to exercise that in everybody. And in various degrees, we are still with him only. Still with Duryodhana only. We are not with Pandavas yet. Maybe here and there we go and then come back. Maybe as a relative, we keep going this side and that side. But majorly, we live with these people only. Live with Duryodhana only, majorly. So we need to eventually slowly shift to this side. So to shift to this side, we have to slowly figure out what kind of person we are. Where all I support Duryodhana, where all I support Krishna. We need to figure out all that first. Without realizing where all it is, Krishna will show us, yeah, see, in this situation, you will support him only. In that situation, you will support him only. So still I can't take you. You are not 100% reliable. You can't come to my side because you are in that side only. See, if I bring this kind of situation, you will go support them only. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, Bindu?
Smita, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Wonderful session, Smita, as usual. Very enlightening. So much of information to be learned and understood. Every session, it is something, yeah, new to understand. And I just want to give a few. I don't know this as a feedback. I feel what Anju is going through. Similar situation is happening in my family also. So things are in the transition, and yeah, to an extent, I was not very anxious, even though it was a situation where things are not moving what we would say it is in the right direction. There was a pause in their family, in their lives, and they had to restart or do something like that. Your words keep ringing in my ears. Accept that this is what is their soul plan. This is your soul plan to see that. So these things are helping me a lot, Smita. These things are helping me a lot in many things. And one more thing, Smita, I being like one of the elder cousin in my family, my cousins and my niece, they look up on to me when we meet somewhere or something like that. When we sit and talk, they discuss about their family life and all those things, and suddenly they look up to me to for any suggestions or so. Earlier, it would be a gossip. That's all. Yeah. I was the first going through all of these. That was the same mentality I would be, and I would be telling. Now I I feel that God is just uh, making me a conduit or a channel to maybe help them. So whatever I understand from these all the sessions we go through with you, wherever I don't talk to everybody about these things. It suddenly connects or something comes out of me, I just tell them. I don't prepare
See,
to tell them.
when they tell you something, no, you need to again see that as a trigger,
Yes, yes,
right?
that
When
also I
they,
understand.
so then when you are telling them something, you are actually teaching yourself.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
we are not here to help anybody else. We are here to
Mhm.
help our own consciousness rise.
Yes,
Through
that is
teaching
what they
only.
are
Through
showing us
teaching
what
is
we
just
are.
a medium.
Mm. Yes,
It
yes.
is just like how recently I saw a video in which Modi ji was saying, yeah, like how there is a farmer, there is a teacher, there is a this and that. That is a prime minister. That's all. This is just my job. Similarly, there is when we talk about when we share whatever we know, we are just sharing it, and it is a way or it's a tool that God has given us, or a method that God has given us to understand ourselves. Because maybe when we about it, talk about whatever we know, it makes it more structured in our head. And
Yes,
when it
yes.
makes it more structured in our head, helps us become more aware. Because the more I'm basically talking about acceptance and surrender in through these classes, the more I'm aware about to apply that in my own life, and it comes to me majorly naturally these days. Why? Because
Yeah.
mostly I'm talking about that only. So
Mm-hmm.
when teaching helps it become more structured to help us follow whatever we are telling. And it is again, whatever is coming also is again by grace of God. Again, we should see his hand in helping us through this method.
Yeah, in the same gang, when we sit and talk, not that everybody reciprocate or accept whatever I talk, like uh, whatever we discuss. Some get connected, some say no. How can we do like that? Always we have to surrender. Always we have to accept. There are few cousins who go on the same mode. So that's when I feel,
See,
yeah, see, when
majorly,
we
no,
raise our consciousness,
surrender and acceptance does not come very naturally to everybody. At that time, you should just tell them to do some chanting,
hmm,
do some, just
Yeah.
do your work and leave everything to God. Those kinds of things is better.
Yeah, usually I start off when they ask me to give some examples or something, I give them gratitude. First step is gratitude only I give, because gratitude has helped me a lot. From my experience only I can talk. More than what has happened or what is happening in others' life, more than what I am experiencing only I'll be able to tell. So whatever why I have gone through and which has helped me. See, first initially it was the gratitude. I never was into chanting. I couldn't do chanting. If the minute I start doing chanting, within few seconds I start yawning. Now it is not like that. I am able to do chanting also. I can even sit. If I am sitting with my eyes open, also I'll go. I feel sleepy. But if I close my eyes and just think about God, I keep myself awake also. So there is a lot of changes in me. I can feel that, because earlier I used to complain a lot. Always complain. That was of ignorance, or that was my soul plan. That stage was like that. I had to complain. So now it is no complaining. Maybe it does come once in a while, but it is not like always I used to come. Each and everything, as you said, the prasadam, it had to have only this and that shouldn't be there. Such was the thing, state of mind for me. Now it has transformed, and great thanks to God and you to get connected from
Oh.
2023. We are connected.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah.
Bindu.
And
Yeah.
yeah. So so naturally, I just when my daughter and my son sit with me, we just discuss these. And many classes I've shared just to inspire people, or however they take or however it is. My son got into gratitude. My daughter got into gratitude. First, my son clicked. For him, it clicked first. Then after a few months only, my daughter started doing gratitude and all. She did the magic book also with you once. And then now my daughter-in-law also, she has also started understanding these. Before, when I used to talk about this positivity and all, she was like, she had given a name, like some name she had given for that. It would be like that. I don't remember now. Something she had told. Some name. It is some positivity which is not there. You are just believing it. It's a blind belief. Something she had given. Now she does affirmations. She sits for meditation, short meditation, before she sits for meetings. So see, when the wavelength is changing, people around you they also get absorbed into that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it happens. And certain people, I have to work on them, or it is the soul plan that I have to go through with those people like that only. I don't know, because I had discussed these earlier also. I have two people who are still not able to patch up with them. So I have just accepted this is my soul plan. I have to go through with them this. Maybe it is the lifetime, only in the next lifetime, maybe I will patch up with them. So I have accepted the state like that. So when we meet in common grounds, I don't have any negative feeling towards them. I just accept. They don't talk to me. I talk. I inquire about them. I do everything, and I just let go. If they don't continue the talk with me, I just let go. I'm at peace. Thank you, Smita.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Bindu. Yes, Hema.
Yeah, hi ma'am. This is about my mother-in-law. So these acceptance classes have helped me to accept so many things, and the relationship is so beautiful now. But when you said about do the right thing, right? This I have this for a long time. I say I'm going to work and I come upstairs. She's in the kitchen. She's not. I mean, we are not getting comfortable mates, and she's also somewhere we got a maid and she didn't, she was not happy with her. And actually, I wanted to continue with her, but she was not happy. So there also I accepted and surrendered and said, okay, my mother-in-law is more important to me, not the maid. I'm not going to argue. And we left and yeah, now there is no maid, no maid. But what I'm doing now, there is always a lot of work in the kitchen, but I come upstairs telling I have to work, I'm working. So she, I mean, this is not truth, but I always say I'm going to work. Even I'm doing the divine design and even these classes, right? Whatever I'm doing, she thinks I'm working. But somewhere I felt I'm not honest with her, and I thought to myself that I have to do this to clean up myself. Only then I can get comfortable with her, and even how I can react or respond to her, everything. So this is always there. Now I even left that time, that the thought that I'm lying to her also. But when you said this today, right? I'm like, should I? What should I do there? Should I
See,
do my?
see this do the right thing, right?
Mm,
Let's say today, if you tell her rather your do the right thing as of now is to maybe follow, rather come up and then maybe look at these classes, attend these classes, and then maybe understand more about yourself and then apply those concepts. As of now, that is your right thing, which is why you're constantly coming back upstairs to do your due diligence towards yourself, to improve yourself. Like, let's say if you had not done that, you wanted to please her, and then you're constantly around her, but then ultimately you don't have time to work on yourself. How will that help? It's like giving money to a person and not helping him. If he's willing to help himself, then give him knowledge, give him a plan which will ensure that he's not dependent on others. But as of now, if that is not happening, then if you helping her too much also will not help. But let's say wherever your duty comes, do the duty, and then maybe there is a stretch because there is no maid. So ensure that some of these things have to be balanced. So when you say what is the right thing to do, so whatever you actually do, you think is the right thing to do as of now. But that right thing will over time shift the more you clean up inside. Today, what you think is right, tomorrow something else. Tomorrow you might also get a maid because your cleanup is more. See, again, not having a maid also, there is some cage which reflects that maybe my mother-in-law is very fussy. No maids can live with her. No maids can stay with her. There will be something like that. So when you accept the feeling, that when you accept the thing that I don't have a maid today because of my inner state and not because my mother-in-law is fussy. My mother-in-law being fussy is also showing me my inner state. I deserve rather God gave me a drama in front of me or people in front of me with certain behaviors in front of me because it had to reflect what I am. He's trying to show me who I am. We are not so intelligent to be able to decipher everything and say exactly this is how it is. As much as possible, don't try to analyze, do anything. Just think, oh yeah, this is my inner state, that's why there's no maid. When your mind tells, no, no, because she's like this only, just tell, no, no, it's not because of that, it's because of my inner state. Tomorrow, as I keep cleaning up my inner state, maid will come. Because that is a good thing to have. So God will always want you to be getting help as much as possible so that you can focus on your soul growth. It is always like that, but there is a limited pattern there. That's why there's no maid. So put that back to yourself and accept that also. And you stay in that state for some time, maid will also automatically come. And after maid comes, you'll have maybe some more cages to see. Where she'll tell something, and something else will happen. Maybe some ups and downs. Again, maid will go, maid will come. Some interim states will be there until a permanent maid comes. Whether a maid is always there for like years together. Until that state happens, interim states will up and down will happen. But you should always focus on your own triggers. That is the only
Yes.
way to go forward in life, to clean up, to detach from what is shown to you.
Yeah, yeah, and one more thing I was about to ask next. So when we're doing this chanting, I don't have much time to sit and chant. Whenever I get challenges, right? Even if my mother-in-law, if I feel my mother-in-law is sad or not very comfortable, also I start chanting. So any challenge comes, if my husband or kids or whatever happens, any challenges with them, I start chanting. But
When you
when
chant, what
everything
is the
is
intention?
I just connect. I mean, sometimes there is an intention. Other sometimes I don't even. I mean, I'm not able to get the intention. Also, I just start chanting to avoid. Sometimes to avoid
To
that
avoid
also.
to see
Yeah,
them, to avoid seeing them in distress.
yeah, and to
You
make
want to
me
make that
comfortable.
go away.
Yeah, make me comfortable sometimes, and then when I start chanting, then I'll get the okay, these knowledge, everything, these classes, everything come okay, okay, they are helping you, don't worry, they are only helping you, thank them. I even while chanting, I thank them also, that is all happening. But when everything is comfortable, right, then I forget to chant.
When
So
everything is comfortable, apply the acceptance principle and all that. At least.
yeah, I
See,
mean,
when we are not doing something, no, we should be able to accept that as of now, that is a state of awareness.
uh,
We don't love enough. We don't love God enough to be able to think about Him in good times.
so
Yet.
now whenever challenge comes, right, when I'm in a comfortable state and a challenge comes, I'm very happy and thanking God. Okay, thank you for sending this challenge so that I can remember you.
See, this is what God also wants, no? Every time there's a challenge when you are going and getting help from Him, somehow you're getting help. Tomorrow, ego will remember. Oh, every time He is there for my help, I can go surrender to Him. Tomorrow, when that only will become a lifestyle, then you will remember God every time. So it's a way to progress to that state.
And sometimes I mean, when the connection to God is not there, I'm not very happy. Like I'm earning for it. Where do I get? How do I get? And I'm getting irritated with people only because I'm doing work. I'm looking at them. I'm not able to
That's
connect to
why
God.
do for God. Bring God everywhere. Chanting is not the only way. It's just a one tool. That's all. Like God can be seen in so many different ways, in so many different creative tools. Which is when you're doing work itself. Yeah, as of now, I'm thinking I'm doing work for all these people in front of me. And I'm thinking that I am the only one doing work. But what if I think God has given me the opportunity to serve Him? Like we think, so many people, wow, that pujari is so fortunate. Every time he's the one who's doing puja in the Tirupati temple. They say that Tirupati Balaji's heart is so fragile and it is soft and all that, it seems. I'm not, that's what they tell. It's his body and his heart and all that, heart area and all that, chest area is very, very soft, it seems. And obviously, maybe the Pujari has touched all that and seen all that, and he's able to. So why is he? So he's well, we think, oh yeah, he's so fortunate. He's actually doing all these seva to God. Why did he get that opportunity? If you read Raghavendra Swami's books, there is a story about somebody who became a pujari to the Balaji temple. He did tapas in some past life for 12 years, it seems. Like literally whole time tapas. He did it for 12 years. And after that only he got this eligibility. So somewhere he got eligibility because he did that work to be there. He's purified himself enough to be there. He's removed enough cages to be there. So today, if I do all this, at some point I'll also be removed of all my cages. So when you're saying, so we should look at everything like an opportunity of serving God. And if you're serving Him, then that is a yajna, that is an offering. So that is why it's very important to look at every aspect of work. And it's called Karma Yoga in Bhagavad Gita. Karma Yoga means I will do only for God, not for my ego. I serve God in everything that I do. I don't serve my ego. So if you're saying I should be happy, that's why I don't like doing this work, then you're serving your ego. So serve God, no, that then automatically you will get merits there also. So we need to earn in every work that we do. Like let's say imagine that you're not doing just one 9 to 5 job, you're just doing multiple jobs. You have 5 different jobs, 10 different jobs. Like that, every single role is actually like doing multiple jobs for God. So then even if you're busy, it's okay if you don't sit and chant. It's okay if if he's giving you the awareness to basically apply all the teachings. Let's say next class you couldn't attend. Yeah, because you were not yet ready for that next class. Maybe whatever already classes you already know, whatever knowledge you already know is enough for your current consciousness. When you're ready for the next class, he will bring you to that class. So don't feel that today I'm in a state, I should have been there. Don't jump to the future. Today, wherever you are, it was necessary for you to be there. That is why you are there. Which is what is called acceptance, no? To accept whatever we are in that moment. Good, bad, ugly, everything. Okay, I'll stop here. Otherwise, people who are seeing the recording will literally curse.
Thank you so much.
Okay. To Supreme God, we thank you for your divine blessings. To my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones, we thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, God. Thank you, Paramatma. Thank you.